Arcadia is close to collapse. Perhaps there's a last-minute deal, but it looks that the company is heading towards liquidation and potential losses of 13,000 jobs. Of course, it could be that there's a last-minute deal, but one thing's for sure is that Phillip Nigel Green, yes, his name's far too similar to mine, is going to be in the headlines again. If we look at his history, perhaps there are things that we can learn. At 12 years of age, his father died and he inherited the family business. At 15, he was in the Far East and realized that he could import from the Far East, and actually he began businesses importing jeans from the Far East and selling them in the UK. Of course, he's bought brands over the years, including British Home Stores, which went into liquidation and owed huge amount to its pension fund, and pressure was put on him, which he refused initially to pay towards the pension, or at least fought the amounts that were asked for, but ultimately paid something towards that pension scheme. He has been successful from a capitalist point of view, and in fact that's what he says. I'm a capitalist at heart. That's what Phillip Green says. He is a capitalist, there's no question. He's looked at producing goods in a low-cost environment, bringing them in to a place where perhaps because they are a brand, then they're more likely to be sold, and people are more willing to spend that money. Whether it's Topshop, whether it's Burton's, whether it was British Home Stores, and whether it was his skill in looking at the details and putting the merchandise in the right place at the right time, or employing the right people, his companies have achieved some success. However, he's taken money out of those companies rather than reinvesting. His wife, in fact, owns the company. So although I say Phillip Green owns that business, and he's seen to own those businesses, he runs those businesses. Actually, his wife has them in her name in Monaco. And because she lives in Monaco, she is tax-free. And therefore the dividends and the money taken out of the company is tax-free. Perhaps that's a loophole that should be closed. Phillip Green himself takes a salary in the UK, and of course he pays tax on that salary that he takes in the UK. Always seems crazy to me that, and I'm one that looks at saying, do people pay too much tax? And yet it seems to me that that's a loophole that's been left open for far too long. And of course, when we look at Phillip Green, he is Sir Phillip Green. How did he get the Sir, we wonder? And in fact, they asked for it to be taken away. But because it wasn't compulsory on the committee, they chose not to take his knighthood away. So he still is Sir Phillip Green, or at least at the moment. Do you think he should stay, Sir Phillip? He is a capitalist, no question. He has an eye for detail, no question. He's been a businessman successfully, no question. But he's been also accused of being a bully. He's been accused of being a sex pest. He's certainly sexist, according to the press. Okay, do you think he's been a success in his life, and yet he has perhaps £1 billion sterling? Okay, I would argue, and today we start to look at things, and historically we always look, and people I know Google net worth. Okay, well, really, should we Google net worth, or should we look at the value that they brought to society? I guess he's created jobs, so let's not take that away from him, although ultimately perhaps many have lost their jobs, certainly in recent times. Is he a victim of the high street collapse, or is he perhaps somebody that is just that capitalist who ducks and dives? A London boy, but from North London. I'm a West London boy. A Tottenham fan. I'm a Chelsea fan. So there are definitely some big differences. And of course, if you look at my lifestyle and his, it's pretty much the opposite. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting, perhaps, how people live and what they achieve. It certainly makes us think in 2020 and beyond what really determines success in life. Perhaps that's something else that we'll be rethinking as a result of 2020. I'm interested in your comments. Please leave them below. Please send me emails or LinkedIn messages or Instagram on what you'd like me to talk about, what information you want from the CEO of De Vere. Happy to impart information on what I think it does take to be successful in life. And to learn from Phillip Green, I'd say, well, actually, you gotta add value. Okay, are you adding value in life? And of course, different people have different opinions, whether you did add value, but you've got to add value. Okay, and if you're not adding value, then you're not achieving real success. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.